Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Kuma Sancho toy review, and today we'll be looking at the 2008 release by Hasbro of the Marvel Legends action figure review. And this is the Hawk series that lets you build the Fin Fang Foom figure, and this figure is the Aborbing Man. Now I bought this figure loose, sort of loose complete. It doesn't come with the Fin Fang Foom body part. Now I got this fairly cheap, 30 ringgit there, not as cheap as the rest of the figures that I got, but this one is still alright. It does come with the ball and chain. Speaking of it, let's take a look at the ball and chain. Now, as you notice, this is the chain itself, that's the ball, and this is where most of the weight is. Now, by the end of the chain itself, the chain link, this one is bent because he's supposed to hold it like so. But due to the flimsiness of the chain itself, it's not solid. If I'm gonna compare it to Thunderball from the Marvel Universe comic pack, the action figure, the chain for Thunderball is solid, hard, and it stays something like this kind of a fashion. But for this figure, the chain itself is so flimsy, it just, flails around. Of course, this is a ball and chain, it's supposed to flail around, but when you want to pose the figure, and I'm going to demonstrate. Maybe he'll try to swing the ball chain itself. Look at this. It's not really good for a chain link to be designed to be so flimsy. If it's something like this, it'll look much more nicer, but it's so flimsy, it just dangles around. Sure, as I said before, it's a ball and chain, so it's supposed to be, well, flailing around, but I really wish that it's a bit more solid, so it will look nicer when you pose the figure. Now I'm going to just straighten this up. Now let's take a look at the sculpt for this figure. Now the sculpt, I really love the sculpt. Well, at least the majority of the sculpt itself. Now let's take a look at the legs. This leg, the left leg itself, is all bricked up. This is really nice. I really love it. When I saw this figure, I just wanted to get him. First, he's the Aborbing Man. He fought against Thor. Second, I really love this sculpt. There's another version of the Aborbing Man, but I never get a chance to get him. Now this version, you look at the leg here, you got this brick leg going on, and on the thigh, on the right thigh, this small section here has the brick starting to form on his thigh itself. So this is really nicely done. And the arm here is granite, or the half of his body plus the arm itself is granite, the stone granite. Very nice. And both arms, this is not just a repaint. Okay, this is not just a paint job. As you can see, there is sculpt. There's a lot of cracks on his hand. You can see all the cracks going on. And compared to the other arm here, see a lot of veins popping out. Now this is good stuff. This is really nice. I really like that. Got the belt sculpt here, the mold, very nicely done. And you got the boots here, very nicely done. However, the face look rather, he doesn't look very menacing. He looked boring, He's supposed to be a super villain. If he has an angry face going on, it would look much more better. But he looks like he's just staring, staring normally. He looks very uninspiring. If you compare to other figures like Judge Death, who has a really good face sculpt and he's grinning because of his trademark grin, and you got guys like the Red Skull, and he looks angry. He's opening his jaws. If I want to say angry face, really good face sculpt, someone like the Leader for Marvel Legends action figure, for the Leader, the face of figure, he has a really good angry face. There's also another variant where he doesn't have this bulging brain and he has this very arrogant face going on. But look at this, it looks rather boring. Sculpt is nice, kind of weird looking. Well, shape of the head though, he looks more like an egghead. And I really wish they did make an egghead action figure. Now, for paint job wise, the lower half of the body itself is rather nice for a paint job. You got the brick going on, really nice red, dull red, and his prison outfit, along with his, well, brick part here, very nicely done. Belt buckle is properly done, and there's no paint smudges. And then you got the granite transformation, very nicely painted. But look at the arm and the body and the head. This is more glossier because this is not painted. This is more like being sprayed by a flat clear spray, so there's no actual paint job. And when I touch it, I touch the plastic on this both sides. This is more smoother and this is more flat. This clear indication that this is not even painted at all. Now the head itself, well, it's the same kind of plastic being saying that it's not being painted except for the eyes there. Well, at least the eyes are painted, but he doesn't look very well done, you know. It looks very lazy. Now let's take a look at the articulation. Head can turn 360 degrees and pivot up and down. Torso can, well, sort of pivot backwards and downwards like so, and turn 360 degrees. Arms is ratcheted, so it's a bit noisy. It can turn 360 degrees. Arms can spread like so. No upper bicep joints. No double jointed elbow, but can turn 360 degrees. Except that when you turn it backwards, it sort of straighten it up because of the excess plastic here. Wrist can turn 360 degrees, go inward and outward, but no finger articulation. No waist articulation, and no ball joint articulation for the hips. Except they use this kind of a hinge joint. So, and it has to position in this manner rather than straight. So when you twist the leg, so if you want to bend the leg, you're basically twisting the leg like so. And you have to twist the knee so he'll at least look normal if you want to pose him in like crouching manner or whatever. Speaking of the knee, doesn't have double jointed knee. It just bends this far. And the ankle articulation can pivot downwards and upwards and turn 360 degrees. There is no toe articulation at all. There's no calf articulation. So I really don't like the Hasbro version of the Marvel Legends because the articulation is lacking a lot. So if I'm gonna give a rating of this figure, I'm just gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Sculpt is great. It's just that paint job is on the upper body is really lazy, and I really don't like the lack of articulation. So 4 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.